is a beautiful thing. Trust is all we need, eh? Though it is so lucky now, but I'm still waiting. When I do, I'll pay my dues and set to say I do. I'll give it up to you, cause everything I will do. What a girl's like a million. They just want my million in you. I'ma put on my billion love. I'll put my love in one basket. You're all that I have now. There's no one else, so I'll guard you with my life. I got a fragile heart, babe. Fragile heart. Before you walk out that door, before you break my heart, eh? See, I wanna tell you my mind now, baby. I'm from a broken home, so stop think.
The home front determines how your life will be. When you don't have a happy family, when you don't have a happy home, don't ever expect to get a happy man. Welcome to Intimate Talk with Tolu, where there is always a shoulder to lean on.
Lack of proper communication, sexual and financial issues, pretense, and hypocrisy are the major causes of broken relationships and marriages. If you're facing any of these challenges and you feel like walking away, stop. Talk to Tolu today about any challenge you might be facing in your relationship or marriage. Tolu is best known for her hobby of building homes and fixing relationships. A family therapist with over a decade of experience. Counseling is not just a passion, but also a divine call. Book an appointment with her today for one-on-one counseling. You can also contact her for matchmaking. Tolu also accepts invitations to speak at seminars, conferences, and churches. Fix your home. Contact Tolu today.
If this is your first time of watching us, you could be wondering what is going on here. What we talk about here is relationship, sex, and marriage. Yeah, we actually talk about sex because we know sex is very important. A lot of people are going through issues in their sex life, in marriages. A lot of marriages are crumbling, all because of sex, because nobody wants to talk about it. At Intimate Talk with Tolu, you can ask any questions. You can talk about it the way you want to talk about it. It's high time we start talking about these things. Look around you, the internet, the media, the TV, the magazine. Everything is talking about sex, and then we keep pretending that we should not talk about it, and then we keep facing the consequences of not talking about it. So look at the high rate of HIV, look at unwanted pregnancy, look at teenage pregnancy, look at what is going on around us these days, all because of pretending, hypocrisy, not wanting to talk about it. That is what we are trying to avoid here, and that is why God has placed Intimate Talk with Tolu in your generation to be a blessing to your family and to your life. Tonight I'm going to be talking about the topic I've titled Sexual Turn Off for Men. Now, last week we talked about sexual turn off for women. I've been getting your responses. It's been wonderful, your emails. I really want to say thank you, because you know, when you don't respond, I don't really know if I'm doing something or not, but your response keeps me going. So I really want to say thank you for your email, for your messages, for your phone calls. They are wonderful. Before I go ahead tonight, let me give you my tips for the week. We call it Tolu's tips for the week. I give you tips on every episode of Intimate Talk with Tolu. Tips that are useful on how to take care of your home, how to take care of your body, how to look good, your skin, your kitchen, your bedroom, wherever. And if you find my tips helpful, all you need to do is to send me an SMS or send me an email. Or there is something that is bothering you on how to take care of your body, your skin, your kitchen, everything, and you really want to Auntie Tolu to give you a tip, all you need to do is also ask me. Just make your request through an SMS or through my email. Tolu's tips for the week. Number 1. Refrigerate your onions. Chop them near a gas flame or peel and cut under running water to avoid crying while chopping onion. Number 2, submerge your garlic in water for like 10 minutes or slightly warm in the microwave to peel the skin easily. Those are my tips for tonight. Straight away, let's go to the business of the day. We are talking about sexual turn-off for men. I told us last week that oxytocin is a chemical that is released when a man or woman are making love, husband and wife now, and they were able to reach orgasm. Oxytocin is released, both of them, not only one person this time around. And then this oxytocin promotes bonding. So if you are not bonding well, if you are nagging, if you are fighting in your marriage, the problem you are going through could be sexual. Now, men love sex. That is a fact. In fact, the way men are wired, the way their body are wired, they desire sex more than women. That explains why your husband desire to make love, want to have sex more than you do. Don't blame him, it's just the hormone. A man can have sex with a woman without falling in love with that woman. Because most time, it's a common saying that men need only a place, a venue to have sex. But women need reason. Women really want to know why. I told you all that last week. But when you are married, and when you want to keep your man, or at least make your husband happy, then you must spice up your game. You must understand how to make a man happy. You must understand how to make him enjoy sex. If you don't know how to do that, I don't blame him. When he's going around to cheat on you, I am not trying to justify cheating. In fact, there is no reason that is good enough to cheat, for cheating. Because if you cheat as a man, it's just because you want to cheat, not because of anything, because real men don't cheat. But I am trying to say this. Most time, a lot of women are to be blamed for the problem in their marriages. Because you just feel, now I'm married, it doesn't matter, I have him to myself, I don't need anything. All those things you used to do before you get married, how you look good. And then when it comes to sex, when you first get married, there's a way you make love to your husband. There's a way you make him happy when it comes to sex. But now that doesn't matter anymore, because there is kids, home is there to be taken care of. There's so many things that are bothering your head, and then you place sex in the back seat in your marriage. Then before you know it, you could be inviting danger. You could be inviting the devil to your home. Some men are never satisfied. I really need to say this. With what God has given them. Contentment is a virtue for everyone. You need to understand that someone will always be more prettier than your wife. Someone will always be slimmer. All those things will happen. Stop imagining things on your head. If you find something you like, tell your woman, tell your wife to develop it. And if there is something you don't like, tell her to change it so that you can build your wife to whom you want her to be. It all depends on you. So now, we really need to know that when men are going astray, some people used to say, "I beg, forget all that." Some men, there is nothing you could do. They will still go and cheat. Play your part. Play your part so that nobody will blame you when you start seeing the consequences of not making your husband happy. What am I saying? Sex is a very important aspect of marriage. You can never neglect it. This one that everybody says sex is sacred, nobody wants to talk about it. Fine, sex is sacred. But God originates sex. Sex is not a sin when it is done properly, when it is done in the context of marriage. It is the will of God. So what am I saying? If your husband is going astray, if your marriage is becoming sour because you no longer enjoy sex, there could be things that you are doing. Your husband is no more interested in you. He's running after small girls around, and then you start complaining, stupid man, idiot. That is all you could say. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to check yourself. You need to look at it. What am I doing wrong? What is going on here? So you could be able to find a lasting solution. And thank God you are here tonight. That is why Tolu is here. What are the sexual turn-off for men? What are the things that you are doing that is making your husband not to be interested in you anymore, not wanting to make love to you? What are you doing wrong? Tonight I'm going to be telling you so that you could make you could make changes so that you can start enjoying sex in your marriage. Remember, pick your phone, call your friends and family, send SMS, send BlackBerry broadcast, and tell them to tune into this station right away. Number one sexual turn off for men: dead women in bed. There are some women, all they want is the man to do all the work. You will just lie down there like a log of wood. You don't participate, you don't do anything, you don't move, and then you expect the man to be excited to make love to you all the time. No. When there are crazy girls out there who can tumble up and down, I am not saying your husband should cheat. I've said that before. But you should be able to step up your game. Stop being dead in bed. Stop lying down there as if it doesn't bother you. You are meant to enjoy sex too. Even when you are not in the mood, once in a while, do it for him. You know, so what am I saying? Don't be a dead woman in bed, expecting him to be the one to carry your hand, to carry your leg, to do this. You're just there like a log of wood looking. That kind of sex life will become boring and tiring, and that the man will get tired. Will be looking for how to spice up his life, how to get excited. What am I saying? Participate when you want to make love to your husband. It's a very, very big sexual turn off. It could be the reason your husband is no more attracted to you sexually. Stop lying down like a log of wood. Stop playing dead when you are making love. Participate. Say some sweet words. Touch him. Do the normal thing. You know, let it be 50-50. That is how love making should be done. Okay? So, number one sexual turn off for men, dead women in bed. Number two, women who command too much. It's good to lead your husband right, actually. It's good to tell him, this is the way I want it to be, this is the place I want you to touch, but you should understand how to say it. Don't always command, no, put your hand in, I beg, put this one there, I beg. No. When you are doing all that, the man is just trying. You know, men, all he wants to do is just to like, oh, let me just do this thing and get out with it. He will not look forward to making love to you next time. Don't command too much. If you want him to do something, you don't really even need to say it. You can just stylishly put his hand where you want it to be. Or you can even lead him on. You could be the one to start it. Then he will understand. He's not a fool. He's not a small boy. Do you understand? So stop this commanding, I beg, no be like that, I beg. No, you don't talk. Those are not the languages you use when you are making love. So, women who command too much is a sexual turn-off for men in bed. Number three, bad toucher. Who is a bad toucher? A woman who doesn't know where to touch and who doesn't even know how to touch. You don't know how to do it. You don't know where to touch. You don't know how to touch. You don't know how to caress. And you call yourself a woman. What do you expect? The man is not even looking forward to having sex with you. If he's doing it because probably because he has no option, or because you are his wife, or because he's just trying to play the role of the husband. If you really want your husband to be looking forward to having sex with you, you want him to be thinking about you when he's not in your home, when he's not around, when he has traveled. You want him to be thinking about you. You need to step up your game and be a good toucher. Don't be a bad toucher. Don't touch in the wrong places. It could be painful. Understand where to touch and how to touch. If you don't understand, you can ask him. Ask him with love, or stylishly ask him. Do you understand? Not like, I beg, how did they do them? No, not like that. You know, stylishly, with feminine voice, ask him. And then I think you will be able to get to understand each other better. Number four, sexual turn off for men are women who never initiate sex. Some women, in fact, that one, I have issues, emails, SMS. Auntie Tolu, my wife never asked for sex. Tolu, what do I do? For the past 2 years, I've been the one begging my wife. Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you turning your husband to beggar because of sex? It is his right, for God's sake. What am I saying? Is it that you are never interested? Or is it that you are not enjoying it? If all these are the problem, discuss with him. It's not by nagging, it's not by keeping quiet, it's not by keeping malice. I'm not interested, I'm not enjoying it, and I'm not going to talk about it. No, you are killing your marriage. What am I saying? If you are a woman and you never make the first move, it's a sexual turn off for me. You just discover that you will get tired. It becomes monotonous. It gets boring because it's the one that is always asking for it, and then it must follow the normal procedure. It must touch you. I mean, it must be in the room. It must be the one to like say how far. It's not done that way. It could be in the kitchen when the children are not around. You could just meet your husband, touch him. Even in the sitting room, you can do it in the couch. When he wasn't even thinking about it, he wasn't expecting it, and you know that there's nobody around, just lock the door and do it. That way your husband will feel, wow, It's kind of, you add some excitement. You know, when you look at the economy, you look at the kids, you look at the so many things to do, it becomes so worrisome. These are the things you could use to spice up your life so that you don't get bored and tired. So what am I saying? Women who never initiate sex are sexual turn-off for men. Number 6 is a bad kisser. Bad kisser. In fact, this one is more dangerous when it comes to men. If you have a husband who knows how to kiss, who is a good kisser, you are in trouble if you are a bad kisser. Because the man will never get satisfied. He will never look forward to making love with you. You know, I hope you know that kissing is one of the foreplay, before one of the things you do before having sex or before making love now. And then, if it's somebody that is always looking up, I hope you know that sometimes it's possible to come, it's possible to reach orgasm through kissing. If you have the type that you are a good kisser. Now imagine somebody who is in that level, meeting somebody who doesn't know how to kiss. All you do is just put your mouth, the man will just, I beg. You know, so what am I saying? If you are a bad kisser, and couples, you need to help each other. If you feel your husband, your wife doesn't know how to kiss, you don't really need to tell them, you don't know how to kiss, daddy. No, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is probably tell her, baby, let's kiss. Let me show you some. Let me just show you some things. Just do it. He or she will get the message. Teach your wife, teach your husband, because there is no alternative. There is no room for cheating in the kingdom. And apart from that, there are dangers outside, terrible ones. You know, what I see these days, when it comes to the level at which HIV is spreading, you need to tap yourself and remind yourself that there is need for decency, there is need for commitment, and there is need for faithfulness. A lot are happening. Ladies are ready to do, you know, the kind of ladies we have around these days, they are ready to do anything to break any home. You don't know that you need to step up your game? They will go to any length. They don't care. You know, sometimes I begin to wonder what is going on. Ladies smoke anyhow, drink anyhow. All those things that you do before that, people will put their hand on their hair and say, hey, abomination. All those things are becoming part of life. People don't frown at it anymore. Wear skimpy dresses, expose almost all parts of the body. Those are the things your husband is facing every day. And then you think you are not supposed to make him happy? Be a good kisser to make your husband to start looking forward to sex. I've said it last week, and I'm going to be taking a topic on how to kiss. Just watch out for it. So if you are the type that you're having problem in this aspect, just keep watching Intimate Talk with Tolu, because one of these days I'm going to be taking you on how to have a perfect French kiss. Okay, number 7 is women with poor hygiene. Serious, in fact, that one, serious sexual turn off for men. You don't know how to take care of your body. The soap you are using to bath, that is what you are using to wash your private parts. You don't even shave. You don't know there is a special soap for your private part. You don't even know. You don't use roll-on. You don't use deodorant. You are just there. Your hair, you don't take care of it. You are just there. As soon as you get married, you feel at least after like first 2 years, you get tired. You forget about your husband, about your primary assignments. And then all you start thinking about is money, children, everything. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to take your hygiene seriously. Be very, very neat. There are some perfume, when you spray it on your body, it will attract your husband. Take care, shave properly, use the right soap. Shave very well. I'm going to also be talking about how to take care of your vagina. Special episode on Intimate Talk with Tolu. Just keep watching. By the time Intimate Talk with Tolu is done, we won't be done, but let me say, as soon as you make Intimate Talk with Tolu part of your life, you will start seeing some beautiful changes in your relationship and in your marriage. Number 8 sexual turn off for men are women who fake it. Women who fake it. Now, men who knows their wife very well can tell when you are faking it. You are just making all those holes ask for nothing. When you know that you are not enjoying it, you think you are making the man to be thinking he's doing something new. The man is actually pissed too. So what am I saying? When you are faking it, you are not enjoying it, you are not in the mood, you are just pretending, the man will know. There's no point to be doing it. Once in a while you can do it for him, but even if you want to do it for him, do it with all your heart. Don't pretend and fake it when you are not enjoying it. If you are not enjoying it, if there are things you want him to do, let him know. Those are the things that will spice up your sex life. I hope you understand that. Women who fake it as sexual turn-off for men. We have been talking about sexual turn-off for men, if you are just joining us. And this is Intimate Talk with Tolu, where we talk about relationships, sex and marriage. Don't go anywhere, because by the time I come back after this time out, I'm going to be giving you the remaining points. I shall be right back. Welcome back to Intimate Talk with Tolu, where there is always a shoulder to lean on. Tonight, it has been a beautiful topic. We'll be talking about sexual turn-off for men. I've given you 8 points, and now I'm going to the 9th point. She talk too nasty. Women who talk too nasty are sexual turn-off for men. Actually, men love you to say something. At least something beautiful. If he's doing it right, he wants you to say it. If you are enjoying it, he wants you to say it. But not start saying something you had in pornography. That is why I said pornography will do you a lot of damage. I've said that, I've told you a lot about that, and one of these days I'm still going to be telling you the danger of pornography to your sex life, to your relationship, to your marriage. Now, when you talk too nasty, it becomes a sexual turn-off. You know, when you start saying some unnecessary nasty words, it becomes a sexual turn-off. So what am I saying? Women who talk too nasty are sexual turn-off for men. Then, women who constantly put themselves and their body down. Most of us are guilty of that. Now, let me tell you something. The way you call yourself is the way people will call you. If you carry your cup and say, this is my cup, oh, na plastic cup, people will put it on the ground, match it, and kick it. But if you say, my cup is a glass cup, they will treat it well, handle it well. What am I saying? Stop pushing yourself down. You really need to work on your self-esteem. A lot of women are guilty of this. You can't say, this is my breast, this is my tummy, this is my leg. Who says you are perfect? There will always be people that will be more beautiful than you. Just like you have people in front of you, there are people coming behind you. There are people looking, oh God, I wish I can be as beautiful as that woman. What do you need? A very good dose of self-esteem. Most of us, let me put it that way, are guilty of this. In the presence of your husband, when he wants to make love to you, you are complaining about your tummy. You are complaining about your breast. Why? Be bold. Be proud of yourself. Carry yourself well. Packaging. Package yourself. Wear some very sexy underwears. And then you forget about all those things and forget about it. Your husband is not the way he was when you met him. Nobody is going to remain the same. Everybody is going to grow old. So be proud of yourself. Stop, because the more you start saying those nasty things, in fact, there are things, most time the man is not even saying all those things. And then by the time you start saying it in his presence, you start thinking, it's true, the breast don't sag. It's true, the tummy don't big. The man is not even noticing all those things. You were the one that is drawing his attention to it. So what am I saying? Women who constantly put themselves and their body down are sexual turn-off for men. Another one are women who will not try new things. You know, there are some women that it must be missionary position. That is what they have been doing, and the marriage is 10 years old. You won't try to make love. I told you on this episode, on this show, some few weeks back, that you can make love on top of your freezer. In the kitchen when the kids are not around, you can do it on your couch. You can do it in your compound if you have your house to yourself. What am I saying? Try new things, or else your sex life become monotonous and boring. Try new things. Do beautiful things. Try new style. Don't make it always missionary style. You know, do new things and improve on your sex life. It will make your husband happy. It will make him to keep looking forward to making love to you. So, women who would not, these are women that, most of us are very, very religious. We are guilty of this. No, I don't like it. No, it's dirty. No, as much as what your husband is asking you to do is not against the will of God, or what you are supposed to try is not against the will of God, try it for God's sake. Try it and spice up your sex life. Try new things so that your sex life does not get boring. Number 12 are women who talk too much in bed. What I mean are, these are the kind of women that discuss bills, they discuss keys in the process of lovemaking. It is when they want to make love. Daddy, you know that we have not paid the children's school fees. Daddy, you know that money that you promised. Women are thinking that you could use sex as a weapon to get something from your husband. You don't even need it. It's old fashioned. It doesn't work anymore. I'm telling you, it's not necessary. If you know how to win your husband to your side anytime, any day, it doesn't really have to be the time you want to make love. You can always get whatever you want from him. So what am I saying? If you are discussing bills, you are discussing money during love making, it's a sexual turn off. Your husband will get tired, get bored, not interested. In fact, anytime he wants to make love with you, he will think it's the time for you to request for money. So it will stop looking forward to it. Do you get it? So women who talk too much in bed, discussing bills, kids, are sexual turn off for men. Another one are women who wear ugly underwear. When was the last time you changed your underwear? Torn, dirty with holes, you are still wearing it. You know, sometimes a lot of people think this is it's about money. It's not about money. This is not about money. I know money has a role to play, but even if you don't have money to buy brand new, go and buy okay now. People are buying okay and it's beautiful. Soak it well in bleach and soap for 3 days. Or 3 days and then, or for 4 days. And then by the time you package yourself, so I'm just trying to say that it's not really about money. Money is not an excuse because you can still package yourself well, even when you are not that buoyant. What am I saying? Women who wear ugly underwear, your husband, you know, there are some times when you pull your cloth, the man look at the thing you are wearing, his head will start, oh baby, and then when he's out, when the thing you are done, when he's in his office, he's thinking about the picture he saw yesterday. The kind of beautiful underwear you are putting on. But some women, no, you wear dirty. Please stop it. Stop it, because girls are not smiling outside. You need to step up your game. You need to look good. You need to put on good underwear. Underwear that the picture will stay in his brain. You don't need too much money to get them. That's what I'm saying. If you have the money, buy designers. If you don't have the money, go and buy okay. Combine them together and make them look good. So, get sexy underwear. It's a turn on when you have sexy underwear. It keeps him thinking. It keeps him thinking about you. When you have nothing under your clothes to get him attracted, he's not looking forward to it anymore. When he's doing it, he just feel like he just do it because he just wants to come. So what am I saying? Women who wear ugly underwear are sexual turn off for men. And then again, unresolved family issues. Now, when you have issues in your family that are not resolved, you have problem, you have what you are going through, you have crisis, and then you have not settled it, don't expect that man to be looking forward to sex. Whatever the problem is, trash it out, sort it out, and then you can move forward from there. You don't expect a man that you have been keeping malice, you have not been talking for days, to start making love. Even if that thing happens, he might not really enjoy it. He just want to do it because he wants to come. You know, so what am I saying? When you have unresolved family issues, sort it out. Because when those things are there, when they linger, before you know it, they become issue. They become big problem. Then you start running task-getting on how to solve the problem. When they are still very little, sort it out so that you can enjoy your sex life. Number 15 is financial crisis, office or business crisis, whatever it is. When the man is going through issues, when there is no money, when the man is going through crisis, maybe there is a problem in his office and he's answering query, when the business is not doing well, don't expect that man to look forward for sex. In fact, sometimes a lot of men that are suffering from erectile dysfunction is from this issue. It's just that I don't think this is the right time because of my time to discuss this. I will tell you that erectile dysfunction that you are having, that you are running enter-scatter, is as a result of this particular problem. Because by the time you are having financial crisis, you lose concentration in sex, you lose interest in sex, and then each time you want to make love, your mind is not there. Sometimes you don't get an erection, and then before you know it, it become a problem. Your wife will now be thinking, what is going on? Why can't he get an erection? And now by the time the problem is now over, you know, by the time maybe the money has started coming, you have resolved the problem in your office or something, and then you want to get your erection back, it become a problem. Because each time you want to make love to your wife, you start thinking, hey, will this thing start again with this thing, you know. So most of the problem of your erectile dysfunction are actually psychological, and it starts from here. But that's just by the way. What I'm talking about is when a man is having financial crisis, office crisis, business crisis, the man might not be looking forward to sex. And finally, making nasty comments about his sexuality, another thing that can cause erectile dysfunction. When your husband, if you make nasty comments about him, it may be about how he looks, about how his private parts look, about how he's doing it, he didn't know this, how your mates, now so your mates, you know, when you do say all those things, forget it. In fact, the man now will get to the level he will be looking, I don't know now, I don't know if she's enjoying it, or I don't know if I will satisfy her. Then before you know it, it develops a kind of increased heartbeat each time he wants to make love to you. And then before you know it, to get the erection becomes a problem. So if you have problem, if you have something, there are things you don't like, there are things you want to talk to him about his sexuality, understand how to table your matter. It's very, very important. And if you don't understand how to table it, go and talk to a counselor. You can talk to somebody like me, and then counselors could help you to pass the message across. So what am I saying? Women who make nasty comments about their husband's sexuality are sexual turn off for men. Thank you so much for being part of my show tonight. By the time I come back, I will be taking your question. Do not forget, you can send your question to my email, intimatetalkwithTolu@yahoo.com, right away. And by the time I come back, I will be answering your question. Or you can send me SMS right away to 081-845-75377, 081-845-75377. Don't go anywhere. This is Intimate Talk with Tolu, where there's always a show that's laid out. I shall be right back.
Lack of proper communication, sexual and financial issues, pretense, and hypocrisy are the major causes of broken relationships and marriages. If you're facing any of these challenges and you feel like walking away, stop. Talk to Tolu today about any challenge you might be facing in your relationship or marriage. Tolu is best known for our hobby of building homes and fixing relationships. A family therapist with over a decade of experience. Counseling is not just a passion, but also a divine call. Book an appointment with her today for one-on-one counseling. You can also contact her for matchmaking. Tolu also accepts invitations to speak at seminars, conferences, and churches. Fix your home. Contact Tolu today.
Welcome back to Intimate Talk with Tolu. We have been talking about a very, very beautiful topic that I titled Sexual Turn Off for Men. Last week we talked about sexual turn off for women. Intimate Talk with Tolu is not partial. My number one question says, is it possible to love two people at the same time? At the same level and at the same time? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Now, this is what you know. If you are in love with somebody, you are in love, you think you are in love with somebody, then you fall in love with another, then you are not in love with that first person. Because when you are in love with him, you will not have chance to think about another. You will not have room in your heart to give room to another. If you are really feeling that person, you won't give the chance. It's not possible to love two people at the same time, at the same level. Number two, I'm in love with a married man with 2 kids. Tolu, please help me. What kind of help am I supposed to render? Really, I don't understand. Man, how can you be in love with a married man? If you are married to somebody and someone send this kind of a question that she's in love with your husband, how will you feel? How will you feel? You know, try something, try it on yourself before doing it to other people. Forget all this fallacy about there are so many women. If every man marry one woman, who will marry the remaining? It's a lie. It's a lie. Currently, go and Google it. The number of men of marriageable age in Nigeria currently are more than the number of women of marriageable age. Go and Google it. It's a fact. It's just that men are afraid of commitment, or a lot of them are not financially okay or stable to get married. Apart from that, there is nothing that says that you will not get your home man. Go and get your home man and forget this thing you call love. Because by the time the wife find out, this your love will disappear and turn to hatred. I'm telling you. God forbid is a terrible woman. They will go to any length. Some women will kill for their husband. I'm telling you. So you better watch it. You better watch it and retrace your step and go back to God. Because apart from all this, what you are doing is a terrible sin in the sight of God. This one says, number 3, my husband has been away for the past 5 years and has not been able to visit me here in Nigeria. I stumbled on my ex and one thing led to the other. I slept with him and the guilt is now killing me. Should I confess to my husband or just ask God to forgive and move on? Very technical question. Should I answer it? Should I answer it? No. I can't answer this question on here. But ask God for forgiveness. That is all I will say. There are some things I wouldn't want to talk about on here. Okay, this one said, good evening, Auntie Tolu. Good evening. Please, how do I handle this? I got my babe pregnant. Your babe, not your wife. And she is insisting that I should come and marry her now. But I'm not ready for that now. What do I do? You face the music. Face the consequences of your action. Go and look for money and get married to her immediately. Anyhow, now that you have done this, you don't really need to now look for big money. Then you look for a society wedding when you say, here comes the bride. You don't need all that now because you are already in it already. So just find a way to go and pay a bride price, ask God for forgiveness, and face the consequences of your action. Finally, Auntie Tolu, I need a Christian counsel. You can get it right here at Intimate Talk with Tolu. I found a girl I love, but her father is dead over 20 years ago. She's raised by her stepfather and her mom. The problem now is the uncles are saying that they must give the dead his rights before the marriage will hold, according to their tradition. And it is a fetish. Oh man. Okay, and it is a fetish tradition. I don't want them to go and do it on my behalf or on behalf of either of us because it is fetish. What do I do? From what you wrote, you are born again Christian. Anything, that's number one thing I will tell you, that anything that is against the will of God, don't do it. Actually, the Bible says you should give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but I don't think that includes carrying somebody to the graveyard. What I need you to do is you and your wife should agree in prayer. Pray about this thing. God will give you a headway. And then you can now find 1 or 2 people who can help you to go and talk to the family. And tell them you don't want to do this because you feel it's against the will of God. The man is dead, and I'm sure the man will be happy to see his daughter getting married. So there is no point if you go and kill goats on the grave. It doesn't mean that the man will wake up to eat it. I don't think it's I don't think it's godly. So what I think you need to do is to find a way to pray about it, so that by the time you find 1 or 2 people to go and talk to them, they will be able to listen to you. Thank you so much for being part of my show tonight. Before I go, my food for thought. Now, before I say my food for thought, do not forget that you can always reach me through my Facebook, www.facebook.com/Intimate Talk with Tolu. Go to my website, book an appointment, invite me to speak, whatever you want me to do. Or you want me to counsel you, fill the counseling form at www.intimatetalkwithtolu.com. Don't forget you can send me an email to intimatetalkwithtolu@yahoo.com, or you can send me an SMS to 081-845-75377. Now, my food for thought. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. I'm going to see you same station, same time next week. Good night and sleep tight.
Love is a beautiful thing. Trust is all we need, eh? Don't hit a soul I can now. But I'm still waiting when I do. I'll pay my dues and set to say I do. I'll give it up to you, cause everything I will do. Other girls like a million, they just want my million in you. I'ma put on my billion love. I'll put my love in one basket. You're all that I have now. There's no one else, so I'll guard you with my life. I got a fragile heart, babe. Fragile heart. Before you walk out that door, before you break my heart, eh? See, I wanna tell you my mind now, baby. I feel my broken up, so stop thinking.